Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard, who was appointed to that position tonight, lost her bid for the Democratic Party's nomination in this rarely used.
15 months after our first WGN Investigates report on questionable spending by South Suburban politician Tiffany Henyard, it appears she has been forced.
Chaos appears to be a constant in the life of Tiffany Henyard, the embattled mayor of Dalton, Illinois, and recently ousted Thornton Township supervisor. Engulfed in a whirlwind of political drama, legal battles, and public outrage, Henyard has once again found herself at the epicenter of controversy. Her recent removal from office has intensified scrutiny of her leadership and reignited debates about her tumultuous political career. As the scandals pile up, Henyard remains a polarizing figure in the Illinois political landscape, with supporters rallying behind her and critics calling for accountability.
The caucus works right here in Thornton Township. You can also say that she flunked out because her name is...
Chaos surrounds Tiffany Henyard, the embattled mayor of Dalton, Illinois, and recently ousted Thornton Township supervisor. Her political ambitions took a hit when her candidacy for township supervisor was disqualified. According to the rules, candidates required a full slate of 8 nominees, including positions like highway director and assessor. Henyard's slate lacked a certified assessor, leading to her exclusion from the ballot. State Senator and Thornton Township Democratic Committeeman Napoleon Harris seized the nomination, igniting tension. Henyard confronted Harris during the caucus, accusing him of running an illegal process. "You didn't do any of this the right way," she shouted as tensions escalated. Supporters of Harris mocked her frustration, further souring the atmosphere. Visibly shaken, Henyard stormed out, leaving the scene resembling a dramatic political soap opera. Her defeat marked a significant setback in her tumultuous political career.
There are perception issues with it that are right to get attention. Will the court look at those perception issues? Probably not, but...
Refusing to back down, Tiffany Henyard promised legal action after her disqualification. Outside the caucus venue, she accused the process of being rigged, claiming many of her supporters were deliberately shut out. She arranged buses to transport senior citizens, but many arrived late due to the venue reaching its 600-person capacity. "This is illegal," she declared, vowing to sue. Henyard's attorney alleged selective enforcement of caucus rules, while Harris's camp maintained everything was legitimate. Harris defended the caucus as a democratic tradition, stating the rules were clear. Critics saw the move as a strategic effort to avoid facing Henyard in a larger election, while Henyard argued it silenced her supporters. The fallout highlighted the stark divide between the two camps, with each side firmly standing by their actions. The chaotic episode added another layer to Henyard's ongoing political challenges.
Wow, it's like, grassroots. It was organic when a lot of this things started at the township, where the people were, just show.
While Henyard's opponents celebrated her defeat, her allies urged her to pursue a write-in campaign. Supporters like Keith Price believed her name recognition could rally voters. However, Henyard's career has been marred by scandals, including allegations of corruption and misuse of resources. Reports claim she spent township funds on luxury items, first-class flights, and Amazon purchases, raising questions about her leadership. Critics argue these controversies overshadow her political ambitions. Despite her loyal base, Henyard's reputation has suffered significant damage, with many viewing her recent defeat as a long overdue reckoning. The scandals have cast a shadow over her ability to lead, leaving her future uncertain.
32 minutes to an individual that doesn't give a damn about anybody's time but her.
Henyard's leadership style has been described as abrasive, alienating colleagues and residents alike. During a recent Dalton Village board meeting, she defiantly declared, "Like it or not, I am your mayor," prompting attendees to walk out or turn their backs. Dalton has struggled without a permanent police chief for most of the year, and Henyard's hand-picked interim chief was ousted after being deemed unqualified. Morale among police officers has plummeted, with many feeling unsupported. Critics argue Henyard's confrontational leadership has deepened divisions and left the police department in disarray, exacerbating the challenges facing the community under her administration.
Get back and to being a mayor, and we already know she's not gonna win that supervisor seat.
The lack of stable police leadership in Dalton has fueled a public safety crisis. Rising crime rates have left residents concerned, with critics blaming Henyard for prioritizing personal security over community needs. Reports allege she spent hundreds of thousands on her police detail while neglecting law enforcement resources. Accusations of political abuse have also surfaced, with business owners claiming they were targeted for police raids after refusing to donate to Henyard's events. These allegations have shaken the community, with some calling for accountability and labeling her actions as a blatant abuse of power. Distrust in her leadership continues to grow.
Know this, I am gonna come through on a landslide just like Trump did. Know that I will be victorious.
Henyard's administration faces criticism for financial mismanagement, including blocking grant funding for critical projects. A $400,000 grant to revitalize local parks is at risk due to her alleged refusal to issue necessary permits. Park district officials accuse her of prioritizing political grudges over residents' needs. Critics argue these actions demonstrate a pattern of neglect and mismanagement, leaving the community to suffer the consequences of her leadership. Public outcry continues to mount as officials demand accountability for the stalled projects and financial decisions impacting Dalton's future.
The citizens of Dalton, and you will not continue to treat us like this because you.
Financial disputes have further strained Henyard's political standing. Trustees accuse her of consolidating power by reducing future township supervisor salaries. Allegations of financial mismanagement include a report revealing Dalton's general fund balance dropped from over $5 million in 2022 to a $3 million deficit in 2024. Questionable expenses, such as luxury purchases, have sparked calls for greater accountability. Critics claim Henyard prioritizes personal gain over public service, with some labeling her America's worst mayor. The mounting financial controversies have intensified scrutiny of her leadership and fueled speculation about her intentions. Despite mounting controversies, Henyard remains defiant, dismissing critics as political opportunists. "The show will go on," she declared. However, legal battles, investigations, and a divided community leave her political future uncertain. Community activists have organized town halls to demand transparency and proposed a state audit of Dalton's finances. Critics argue these efforts are necessary to uncover the extent of alleged corruption. Social media buzz reflects a mix of outrage and fascination, with calls for her resignation or imprisonment growing louder. Whether Henyard can stage a political comeback or face her final downfall remains to be seen, but her story is far from over.